you saw my email, you know that we are that the moon is starting to wane, and in this particular phase of the moon, we want to think about the things that we're particularly grateful for, and thank you to those of you who sent me gratitudes. It was interesting reading them. We'll have time if you want to share at the end. You're welcome to. So we're going to start to think about what we're grateful for and just let our breath come into our practice. It's also a time to shed things that aren't working, so we'll take a little time to do that as well. Coming into a nice, comfortable, but lifted and spine long, intentional seat here, so we're not just kind of hanging out. And we're going to let the breath smooth out. So as we start to come into our practice, let's, two things I want to suggest that we let go of. One thing we let go of and one thing that we're grateful for. So one thing we want to let go of is the idea that you have to perform a certain way in your yoga practice. So yoga is about constantly coming back to the body and honoring what the body is instructing at any particular time. Okay? So whether there's cues to do a particular pose, we're always coming back into ourselves. We have and we want to completely let go of the idea that I must do this. Okay? And then we want to operate in gratitude to our bodies for what they are offering us at any particular time. So to help us stay grounded in that, let's come into Dhyana Mudra with the left palm facing up, right palm on top of the left, and the thumbs touching. The arms are comfortable here. And remember, in this particular hand position, if your mind starts to wander, stray, just go ahead and press your thumbs together to help remind you to bring your thoughts back to center, staying grounded. So now with some clear ideas of what we're holding on to or bringing in, grateful for, and what we're letting go, let's take the hands down by the side. So it rained today and the earth is really nice and juicy. So as you draw your palms up, feel that energy rising out of the earth. Inhale. Draw the arms all the way up, tap the fingers together, maybe even glance up at your fingers, and then turn the palms out and take this opportunity with long arms to let go of anything that is not serving you right now. And let's just move through those two. Breathing in, gratitude. And when your exhale comes around, exhaling any sense of have to do this a certain way in my practice or whatever else you want to release today. And tap those fingers lightly down toward the earth. Inhale one more time. And now close your eyes, and as you bring your arms down, letting go, see if you can get your fingers to the mat at the same exact time. Touching down. All right. And just breathe. Inhale and exhale. So let's bring the palms together, lean back, raise one foot and then the other, and change the cross of the ankles. Okay, something we can do to keep ourselves grounded and keep our minds in our our practice. Hands to the knees, arch your back, shine your heart up, and then round your spine and gaze towards your lap. So going nice and equal here, forward and back with our cats and cows. And the next time you're rounded forward with your gaze towards your lap, just hang here for a moment. Take a couple of breaths. And then come on back up to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Okay, so we're going to do a little side to side. So the left hand is gentle on the mat, right arm up by the ear, hips are grounded, and just tilt to the left. Bring your right hand down, left arm up, and just tilt to the right. And that's what we're doing. We're going to go side to side, not leaning into the bottom hand. And you can go at your own pace here. The next time you happen to come over to the left, just hang out here, put your left hand on your left thigh. We're going to keep the right hip grounded, and first let's go ahead and reach a little more to the left and release. A little more to the left and release. A little more to the left and release. A little to the left, and now start to make some big circles with that right arm. And the next time you find yourself over to the left, stay there. Bend your right elbow so your right hand is behind your head. It's not going to push on your head. It's just lightly touching the head behind. Inhale and take your elbow back. Shine your heart up a little bit. So you're not going to go far. And then take your elbow, right elbow toward the left and go in that direction. And then bring the arms up, right arm down, left arm over, right hand to the right thigh. And we're going to release and move to the right. Keep that left hip down, okay? Because you'll notice if you let your left hip come up, you don't get that stretch in the side. So keep your left hip grounded. And then reach one more time over to the right and make your circles. And the next time you come around with your left arm overhead, bend the left elbow, and then take that elbow behind. Try and shine your heart up, and then take your left elbow over to the right. Nice little stretch for the side here. And come back to center, both arms up. Exhale down. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean back. We're going to be raising the feet. Now you could always do this with your feet down. We're going to be doing up twist. So go ahead and lift the feet. Remember, you have options. Right ankle over left, arms up. Inhale, long spine, reach up. Exhale, twist gently to the right. Inhale, arms up, feet up, left ankle in front, twist to the left. Arms up and over to the right. And once again, find a pace that works for you. It could be one breath per movement. It could be a little slower for you. We don't want to rush through, okay, but we want to find a pace that comfortably works for right where we are right at this point in our practice. Might be the different pace than if we did it at a different time in the practice. The next time you find yourself over to the right, stay here, left hand to the right thigh, like a little above the knee, right hand by your hip. Inhale, put lots of length in your spine, and exhale just from the belly button. Take it a little deeper in your twist if that works for you. Turn your gaze towards your right shoulder. And then on your next exhale, turn your gaze towards your left shoulder. Turn your gaze back to the right. Now we're going to release the right arm up by the right ear. The left hand is still on the right thigh. And we're just going to take the body diagonally over the left thigh, reaching away. And come on back up, hands to heart, feet up. Change the cross of your ankles, arms up, inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Right hand is outside of the left leg. Left hand is by the hip, spine lengthens, maybe deepen that twist. And then turn your gaze toward your left shoulder and toward your right. Gazing toward the left, stay here. Float that left arm up by your ear and tilt over the right leg. So your body's making a diagonal here. Inhale, both arms overhead, hands to heart. Lift the feet, uncross. Bring the feet down, hip width distance apart. Inhale and exhale. All right. Let's go ahead and take the legs long and give them a little crazy shake here. Wiggle around a bit. Okay, everybody okay? Okay, no problems with seeing or hearing me? All right, so let's go ahead and bend the knees. Okay, and we're going to start to work the core. So arms are forward. We're going to do boats. Right knee is up. Take it back and up. Remember, you can have both feet down, back and up, low boat to high, and put your right foot down. The left knee is going to come up. You're going to go low to high. I'm going to run and get the power cord from my computer, and you're going to go low to high 4 times, and then you're going to go back to the right and do it again, and by then, I'll be back. Okay, have you finished on the right? Go left 4 times once you finish on the right. Thank you all for your patience. All right. When you're done, just come back up to seated. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to roll down, and we're going to be doing some bicycles. So go ahead and cross your hands over your chest, okay? Try not to put your hands behind your head because most often that makes you crunch your head. So hands across your chest, and we're going to take the knees up. Knees up. You can, if this gets to be more than you want right now, just bring your feet down. All right. Grapefruit between the chin and the chest. Roll the shoulders up. Left shoulder toward the right knee. Left leg extends. Come center and down. Roll up. Right shoulder, left knee. Right leg extends. Center and down. And just keep going. Side to side. Standard bicycles, maybe a little slower than you would do in a different type of class. But for our core, slow work is deep work. Up, extend, in and down. Okay, put the feet down. You can just go side to side, or you can go up, extend along the floor. Remember, there's a home for everybody, and this is your practice. We started with the left shoulder toward the right knee, left leg extended. So the next time your right shoulder to left knee and your right leg extends, come back to center, hug your knees in, and take a little break here. Inhale and exhale. We're not quite done. We're coming back to knees to tabletop. Cross the arms, and maybe you cross the other arm on top just for variety. And roll the shoulders and head up. Take your left shoulder toward your right knee, extend your left leg, and then take your left leg up and down 4 times. Up and down, and 2, and down, and 1, and down, and release. Woo! Let's do that on the right. Roll the shoulders and head up. Right shoulder toward the left knee. Extend the right leg. It's going up and down. 3 more and down. 2 more. Down and 1 and down. And bring it down. Release. Hug those knees in. Rock a little side to side. Inhale and exhale. Whew, shake it out. Bring your feet to the mat and let those knees open and close. Nice little butterfly wings here. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and do just some nice, easy hip releasing. Extend both arms and both legs long. And then just draw your right knee in. Hug it in. That left knee could bend if it wants to, or the leg could stay straight. Inhale, both arms long overhead, left knee in, right leg can bend, knee can bend, or the right leg can stay straight. Both legs long. Inhale, 2 knees in. Both legs long, we're going left knee in. Both legs long, right knee in. Both legs long, 2 knees in. Both legs long, right knee. Legs long, left knee. Legs long, 2 knees. Legs long, left knee. Legs long, right knee. Legs long, 2 knees, and hold. You might have noticed that your core also works when you do that. Wiggle your feet at me if you kind of noticed your core was having to help you there a bit. Yeah, that's just bonus, don't worry. All right, we're going to hug the knees in, inhale and exhale. All right, so now we're going to take both feet to the mat. We're going to work the hips a little more. Open and close the knees, little butterfly wings. Take your right ankle across your left thigh and flex your right foot. And draw your left leg in. Hold on to your right shin. So you've got 2 hands on your right shin. If that's not a thing for you right now, then hold on wherever you can. And let's just go ahead and let those hips go. So the leg might go forward and back. It might go in a circle. If you go in a circle, you go one direction and the other. Might do all of those things. Now cross tightly at the thighs, the right thigh over the left. And you might find your ankles here. Your hands might be more comfortable coming to your shins. Or you might just hold the sides of your legs. And let's move the legs around a little more. Just a great, great hip release. And release, unwind, 2 feet to the mat, knees open and closed, gently here. And then left ankle across the right thigh as you draw in and wiggle around. Coming up to watch. So move that left hip around, however it feels great to you. Yep. And then take your thighs in a nice tight X and move around in your X. All right, uncross, bring both feet to the mat and gently open and close. All right, we're going to come to hands and knees now. So if you want extra padding for your knees, make sure you have that handy. Come into your tabletop. If you want extra padding for your knees, but there's nothing available to you, roll up the edge of your mat or the front of your mat, right? Okay, you know all the variations. And we're going to come into a knee down plank. So the arms are long ahead and we're knee down plank, the core is engaged. From here, we're going to raise the right toes off the mat. Now raise the left toes off the mat. Now bring all 10 toes down, left toes up, right toes up, and all 10 toes down, hips back. Now come into your plank, and as you're moving in, bring those feet up. Bring the feet down, press the hips back. And once again, moving into the plank, bring the feet up. Good, and one more time, take it back, come up, bring the feet up, and we're going to do 4, you thought we weren't going to do push-ups, right? We're going to do 4 push-ups from right here. Down and up, and 3, and 2, and 1, and here comes child's pose. Find it. Slide the block under your head if you want. Make a pillow with your hands, however you want to be comfortable. If child's pose just is not your thing right now, then just come to any easy position and breathe. And spend a moment revisiting your gratitude. And find your way into a beautiful downward facing dog. So that could be hands on the wall, or that could be 2 hands and 2 feet. Oh, and just let everything stretch out. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to walk this dog, bend one knee and then the other. Give those feet a nice little massage. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press 2 heels down and hold. And take a journey, feet to the hands. However you want to get there. You can hop, you can take your feet wider as you go, or stay hip width distance, however you get here, okay? Bring your hips back, knees bend, heart forward, bring your hands to your heart, okay? So we are basically getting ready for chair, right? We're in pretty much chair pose. Let's make sure the weight is into the heels, heart is lifted. See if you can sink a little deeper, and come straight up, straight up. Bring those fingertips all the way up to the sky. Now release the hands, bend the knees, and come back into chair, hands to the heart. Sit a little deeper, stand straight up, fingertips up toward the sky. Inhale. Release the hands, exhale, knees and hips bend, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. We really want to feel the legs here. Exhale, one more time, hands down. Come into chair, hands to heart. and lifting straight up, straight up. Inhale, and bring your hands down by your side. Let's find mountain pose and see how the energy is moving now. Just breathe here, inhale and exhale. All right, so have your block handy. We're going to start our sun salutations and we're going to be using the block a little bit. So the feet are hip width distance apart. If you have 2 blocks, grab 2 blocks. If you have 1, just use 1. Feet are hip width distance apart. We are in mountain pose. We're going to add some arms to the beginning of our sun salutation. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, elbows to waist, what I've come to call the standing cobra. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, folding over the hip creases with long spine, straight legs. Inhale and exhale. Okay, bend your knees. Bring your hands to your thighs, shine your heart forward, half lift, drop the hips, drop the hands, take the right leg back, hang out in this lunge, inhale and exhale. All right, now we're going to step back into a plank. If you want to do knee down plank, bring your knees down. Otherwise, you're in a plank. Inhale and exhale, and go ahead. If your knees are up, we're going to come to the tips of the toes and chaturanga down. Okay? Yep. Inhale and exhale. All right, so from here we want to do a nice little back bend. Let's do a half bow. So take your right forearm parallel with the front of the mat, bend your left leg, and reach around, and maybe you find your left ankle or foot, and maybe not, and just wave to your foot. Okay, so we're in half bow here. Pressing into this right forearm to lift the heart, and release. Woo! Now the left forearm is parallel with the front of the mat, right knee bends, right arm comes around, and you might find your right ankle, or you might just be pointing toward it. Press into your left forearm, lift your heart, and release. That's the half bow. Let's take a moment here with the spine in neutral. Bring the hands under the shoulders. You could go table and down dog, or tuck your toes. Take your gaze toward the mat. Press yourself halfway up, press the rest of the way up, and press back. That's another way to get up. Arrange yourself in your down dog. Inhale and exhale. And take a few delicious breaths in your down dog, just enjoying that. And then go ahead and journey your feet to your hands. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. Okay, so we're going to have the block right at the front of the mat this time. We're going to do essentially the same thing, but we're going to add on a little bit to our forward fold. So the feet are hip width distance apart. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Other way. Twist the other direction. I forgot what direction. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, elbows to waist, heart shines up. Inhale, forward fold, and bring your hands to the block. So arrange the block. Even if your hands would normally touch the mat here, come to your block. Now the block has 3 sides, so Maybe the block is flat for you. Maybe the second side is a better spot, or maybe even the third side is a better spot. Okay? Keep your left hand on the block, keep your hips over your ankles, and take your right arm up as you turn to the right. Bring your right hand to the block, take your left arm up as you turn to the left, and bring your hands down. Now we're going to bend the knees, drop the hands to the mat, step back with the left leg, and just enjoy being in this lunge. And then come on back to your plank, knee down or knee up plank. Either one is great. Inhale and exhale. Yeah. All right, and chaturanga. Okay, now for that bow, if you have the full bow in your practice, you might bend both knees, reach both arms around, and find your ankles if that's you. Otherwise, we take one forearm parallel with the front of the mat, press through to lift the heart, and look for that back ankle. So in this case, the left hand to the left ankle. It may reach, or it may be how I spent at least a decade of my practice, just looking for my foot back there, and release. Okay, then we're going to, if you're in full bow, release for a moment. Okay, now if you're going back to full bow, go back there, or your left forearm is parallel with the front of your mat, your right knee bends, right hand finds the right ankle. These are very deep back bends here, and release. Ooh, make a pillow. With your hands, rest your forehead. Take your feet mat width distance apart and just hang here for a moment. Just let the spine release. Now we're going to bend the knees and let the legs move side to side. And now bring your feet down and make your way to downward facing dog. Remember, dog can be a table, right? You could just be standing by a chair or your wall and just extend your spine. Inhale and exhale. Just find out what's working for you tonight. Don't overdo it, especially if you have a tendency to be type A in your yoga practice. Take your feet to your hands. When you get here, take a half lift. Now, forward fold, take your block and put it outside of your left foot. Okay? And once again, the block has three sides. You're going to find the side that works best for you. As you bend your left knee, put two hands on the block and just let that right hamstring extend. Do you feel it? You feel a nice stretch in your whole right leg? We've got both hands on the block. We've got the left knee bent. And then we're going to come back through center. Move, come up if you need to take a breath. Move the block over outside the right foot. Okay? Let the right knee bend and extend that left leg. Okay, go ahead and put the block in front of your feet. Bring your hands to your waist. Come halfway up. Let's take a breath here because we've been inverted for quite a while, and stand straight up. Inhale and exhale. Whew. And now we're going to take the legs wide with the toes facing forward. Okay, put the index fingers in the hip creases. I'll show you from this side. And basically the same thing as we did earlier, but now with the legs wide. We're folding forward from the hip creases. Now you might want to stop here because we have been upside down a lot, and that's it for you right now. This is great. You might want to go halfway. Put your hands to the block. Remember, the block has 3 sides. Okay, leave your left hand on the block, open to the right. The block might be lower for you. Leave your right hand on the block, open to the left. Come back down, bring your hands to your hips, lift halfway, and lift the rest of the way up nice and slow. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale and exhale. So all the block does is a tool to raise the floor a little closer. Now, even if your hands always go all the way down to the floor, you can get different sensations by lifting the floor a little closer to you with the help of your block. Let's get this block out of the way and come to equal standing, mountain pose here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a warrior flow. So let's take the legs wide, get set for warrior 2. Right toes forward, left toes in at an angle. Right knee bends, it's over the ankle, and the back edge of the left foot is strongly grounded, so this left leg is super strong. Okay, shoulders are over hips, arms are out. This is the standard warrior 2, right? Inhale and exhale. So we're going to let the right leg straighten, bring the hands to heart center, look to center, and open. Nice and smooth, just flow in and out of that a few times. Yep, straighten the leg, hands to the heart, and open. And the next time you find yourself in warrior 2, just stay there, okay? Now we're going to keep the arms long and move into side angle. So it's like a triangle with the knee bent, side angle, arms long. Your right hand is in front of your right leg with the palm facing forward. So depending on where you are with this pose, your hand might be lower, it might be higher. The important thing is that your shoulders are stacked, just like in triangle. And then come on up, and keeping the arms long, come back to your side angle. And one more time, the lower body has not moved, side angle. Now, as a special treat, because you guys are all so special, go ahead and raise your right arm parallel with the earth. Left arm parallel with your right, and now lift up and come back to warrior 2. Inhale and exhale. Yeah, hands to the hips. I thought you would like that. Okay, we're going to take the left toes forward. If your legs want to break from being wide for this long, give them a break. Otherwise, left toes are forward, right toes are in at an angle. Left knee bends. We're setting up for warrior 2, shoulders over hips, arms nice and long. Inhale and exhale. If you're getting tired, keep your hands to your hips. Okay, remember, do what's best for you in your practice tonight. Okay, let's straighten that left leg, hands to the heart, look forward, and open. Nice and smooth, keep going. And then hold it open here. Okay, we're going to keep the lower half of the body grounded and go for that side angle. So long arms over to the side, Left hand is in front of the leg, palm is facing out, shoulders are stacked. We are not doing this. Shoulders are stacked, and come back up. And again, move into your side angle. Now you might have been practicing yoga for many years and you might have a bind here. Feel free to just do that instead of what we're doing. If you have some version of side angle that you've developed and you want to do that, remember it's your practice. Take the arms up. And one more time, back into side angle. Take your left arm parallel, right arm parallel. Here comes the core. Lift up, arms out, hands to the hips, all 10 toes forward, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. We are not folding forward. We spent enough time forward folding, so let's heel toe the feet together and shake the legs and the arms out. Okay. I can't find my glasses because I don't have my glasses on. All right, so I'll just come up here to check in with you guys. How's everybody doing? Are we good? All right. Okay, so we're just going to do a little loosening up, and then we're going to come down to the mat. So let's take the legs wide, toes turned out, and we're just going to do some brush hands. So remember, the knees are going out over the toes. We're going down and up. Arms are up now, palms are forward. As the knees bend, the hands brush down a wall. And up. And brush down. And up. Yes, it's down. And up. Take it down. And up. Take it down. And up. And one more time, nice brush down. And this time, as you come up, draw your legs together and bring your hands down by your side. Just a little fun step in there. All right, so let's come to the top of the mat. And if you have something that you want for final relaxation, we are going to use the blocks again, so go ahead and have your block nearby. It would be kind of at the outside edge center of your mat. Feet hip width distance. Freestyle for a moment, okay? So just like move through the body, make sure everything is released and relaxed. And then come back to your mountain pose. See if you can feel the energy moving through. Nothing in the way. Nice deep exhale. And this time when you inhale, fill your body. Take up as much space as you can. Maybe you can get as big as your room. Inhale. Soften as you exhale. And let's meet in down dog. We'll start out together. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over those hip creases. Hands to the thighs, take a half lift. Sitting the hips down, 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 hands down, and either go through your vinyasa, right? Plank chaturanga, back bend, and then down dog, or just step back to down dog, okay? You could even just go into table here, or you could totally take a nice easy seat. Okay, so wherever you are, either finish going through your vinyasa if you have a little extra energy to burn. We'll all meet in down dog unless you're seated, just hang out in your seat. And let's let the hips move side to side. Bring the knees down, and now we'll all get back to seated. Okay? If you are still moving through a vinyasa, then take your time and do that. Okay? So just do what you're doing. Don't change. Okay? And we're going to take a nice seated mountain pose here. Flex the feet, spine is long, hands are down by your side. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take the right foot to the left thigh. We're moving into Janu Shasana here. Right foot is to the left thigh. Turn your body to face the left leg. Arms are overhead. We're going to reach the arms long, folding from the hip creases, keeping the spine long, right? So we're not folding over our leg. We are long, long, long. Reach, reach, reach. And then bring your hands down, one on either side of your left leg. Keep your gaze towards your left toes. Inhale and exhale. Now take your arms long and start to draw them up, up, up and overhead. Exhale, hands down by your side. Take your right knee up. One hand's width distance in between your right thigh and your left thigh and your right foot. Okay, remember your foot could be farther forward too if your knee is happier that way. And then go ahead and take your left hand to your right shin, right arm up and back. Inhale with a long spine, keep your left foot flexed, and take a nice little twist to the right. Now some people take their elbow outside of that, in this case it would be your left elbow outside your right knee. Some people stay like this. Where are you tonight? You might even be farther forward. Look towards your right shoulder. And then unwind. Take your right leg long. Give your legs a crazy shake. Left foot to the right thigh. Right foot is flexed. Once again, this foot could be farther down the leg. It could be more toward the calf if your knee is not happy being this bent. Turn towards your right leg. Arms up, long, super long spine. Right foot is flexed. Reach, reach, reach. Hands down, one on each side of the right leg. Gaze towards your right toes. Okay. Inhale and exhale. So in this version, we are keeping the spine long. Okay, sometimes it's called head to knee, but for us, for our spines, it's better to keep them long. So that's what we're doing. Breathe. Long arms here, arms overhead. Bring the hands down. Take the left knee up. A little bit of space in between the left foot and the right thigh or right calf. Okay. And then we take the right hand outside the left leg, left arm up and back. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Stay in a very gentle twist, or see if it's your day to have the right elbow come to the outside of the left knee. The right foot is still flexed. The spine is long. We never do this. We never lean back to go deeper into a twist. We always keep the spine long and only twist as far as we can with a long spine. Now untwist, bring the left leg forward and give your legs a crazy shake. All right. Okay, so have your block nearby. Let's roll down. Put the block in between your thighs here, hands by your side. Your heels are close to your hips. And you can just rock the pelvis up and down. That might be best for you tonight. Or you can come into rolling bridges as you raise your arms up. Lift your hips, hands come behind. And then lowering the spine to the mat, bringing the hands back down. Or just raising and lowering, moving through the pelvis. Decide what's best for you. Okay, the block is here to keep your knees from knocking together or splaying apart. So just move through. And the next time you're down with your hands by your side and your spine on the mat, go ahead and take that block, put it off to the side, and now, keeping that resistance and the tension from the block, do it one more time. Pretend the block is still there. See if your knees, yes, the knees stay in line just as though the block were still there. And then roll your hands down by your side. Nice and slow as you're ready. Let's let the spine be in neutral with the knees bent, and gently let those knees open and close. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we're going to, with the knees bent, lift the hips and put them 2 inches over to the right. We've just moved the hips 2 inches over to the right. Cross your right leg over your left. Take your right arm out by your shoulder. Take your left hand to your right thigh and gently start to draw the right leg over to the left while taking your gaze to the right. And your block is nearby. Maybe your right leg doesn't want to go all the way over, so put the block under your foot and just be happy here. Did that make sense? I'll show you from here what I mean. So, there. Okay? So now I'm happy. I'm getting the stretch that I want without taxing and overtaxing myself. And I might also be here. Now come back around to center, uncross the legs, 2 feet to the mat, lift the hips, bring them to center, lift them and take them 2 inches over to the left, just slightly over to the left. We're straightening out the spine here. Go ahead and cross the left ankle over the right. And once again, the block could be your best friend as you bring your right hand to the outside of your left leg and let that left leg come over to the right, gaze towards your left fingers. Or maybe you're ready for a deeper twist and you just go like this. This is your practice. One side might behave differently from the other. That would just be human. All right. We're going to unwind here, uncross the legs, lift the hips, bring them back to center. The feet are hip-width distance apart. And now we're going to bring the hands down, hug the knees in. You can hold on to your hamstrings here. We just want the feet high enough so that we can point and flex. Circle the ankles one direction and the other. Bring the feet down. Bring the hands down and open and close. Wiggle the fingers. Rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your arms to rest and just let your head move side to side. Coming back to center. Go ahead and scan your body as you make any adjustments that you want so that you are nice and happy, content, and in your perfect position for final relaxation. You might have your legs up the wall. You might have your legs on a bed, on a chair. You might just have your knees bent with your feet down. You might have your legs long. It's your final relaxation. You might even be sitting up, right? We're following what our body is instructing. Inhale through the nose. Exhale slowly through the mouth. And one more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. moving into your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body as you wiggle fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch the arms and legs long. And then as you exhale, draw your knees in, give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side and carefully back up to a nice easy seat. And from here, let's draw the arms up, inhale. Exhale, draw the hands to heart. And now turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit as you thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste. All right.